Well, hello, my friends. It's Barry here. And today I am with Keep It Simple Paper Crafts, and I'm going to take you through how to make a triangle easel fun card. And this is what it looks like once we're done. Now this, like an easel card, sets up for display. It folds down, and then the magic of it is that it folds flat for mailing. Just like that. And then when the recipient receives it, they just pop it opens it up, and there it is, just like that. It's very simple. I've broken it down into some simple steps. So are you ready to get started? Let's do this. All right, first thing you'll just need is a card stock. Anything that you'd like, any color, any choice. I am going to use this mango collection pack. It's from Keep It Simple's Back to Basics. I'm going to use this mango, and this is called Tangerine Dream. And what I want to do, and what I like about this paper, is that this Back to Basic has just a very simple pattern to them, which doesn't hinder your project in any way, shape, or form. In fact, quite the opposite. I think it adds to it because of just the ever so slight little bit of design. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to bring in my cutter here, and what I want to do is we're going to cut an 8 inches by 8 inch square. Okay, so let's start with that. We're going to go to my 8 inch right there, and we're going to cut it. We're going to turn it and go another 8. All right, now we're going to score right in half, 4, and then we're going to turn it and score it another 4. So now you have an 8 inch by 8 inch square. You're scored horizontally at 4 inches and vertical at 4 inches. Now with the bottom portion of this 4 inches, I want you to cut halfway up. So with this bottom score fold right in the middle of 4, I want you to cut up to 4. All right, just like that. So we only want to cut. So now we've got this 2 down here. Just cut it 4. Now what we want to do is some more scoring. So on your top portions, we're going to score a diagonal from the top portion of this 4 to the middle portion of the 4. And I like to just do it right here in the track of my trimmer. Now it's probably really hard for you to see, but I'm going from top to the middle on the left side, and I'm going to do the exact same thing over on the right side. Okay, you're just lining up best you can, and then just score. All right, let's put this off to the side here for a second. We're going to use the trimmer in just a second, but let's go back to your base. Let's go ahead and fold these pieces up. I'll get my bone folder here just to make it easier. Okay, and then we're going to do this the same here. Just folding it, put it down. Let's fold this like this. All right, and then the flaps, we're going to fold those away from you. Okay. All right. And again, this one away from you, or a mountain fold. There you go. Now, when you're done, it folds like this. So it's got this little stage area for you. Okay, and then we'll get to how to close this off or how it stays put here in just a minute. But now let's get our designer paper and decorate it. Let's put that off to the side. Now, for this particular project, I have chosen to do the new Keep It Simple Wander Collection Pack. Now, this new pack has some beautiful, beautiful colors. It's got this dark navy blue, all these beautiful flower prints, which I love, and even little tags that you'll see that you can fussy cut out, and a whole sheet of travel images. And just kind of look at this. Isn't this beautiful? This also comes with it. Here's some journaling pieces or some ephemera that you can cut out and use on your projects, your scrapbook pages, or your cards. It's really gorgeous. And they're double-sided. Now look at this. Look at these cute tags with this. You can cut these out, use those as embellishments. I love this. So what I'm going to do is I know that I'm going to use this dark blue. So I'm going to use that. I'm also going to use this striped piece, and I'm going to use these lovely, lovely flowers on that navy blue. Love that. Okay, so here we go. So what we're going to do is first take your pattern pieces. Now this is what's going to decorate the panels up here. Okay, now I've chosen to do this for the base, as you can see down here, and then I'm going to use the flowers as a backdrop. Okay, so let's do that. Let's bring our trimmer back. Now you know that we cut these squares. These are 4 by 4. So what I'm going to do is cut 2 squares at 3 3/4. Okay, 3 3/4. All right. 3 3/4. There's 1, and we need 2 of these. And 2, just like that. And then with the stripe paper, I only need 1, but I also need that at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So let's put it at 3 3/4. Give that a cut. Let's turn this and go 3 3/4. And there's our pieces. So we're not done with this yet. Let's go ahead and take your flower pieces or your designer paper, whatever you're going to fill in the background, and we need to cut them into triangles. We're going to cut them from diagonal to diagonal. And how I do this is I just place it right in my track here, just right in the track, making sure the corners are in that track. And I hold it down, and I find that if I place my blade in the middle of the paper, rather than try to start from the top, it holds it better. Then I can cut it easier. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to hold it in the center here, get it each lined up within that track, put it down, and slice. Easy triangles. This piece we're going to leave as a square. Okay, let's go ahead and put this off to the side and bring our card base back in. We're going to glue these into place now. All right, let's go ahead and put the square on. This goes down for your base. Okay. All right, here we go, a little bit of glue. And then this will glue down on the right-hand side. And what you want to do is keep a little bit of maybe 1/4 of a border all the way around to give it a little bit of a frame. And I'm using wet glue because it gives me a little bit of a wiggle room. And then these triangles, we're going to glue these on. And those will go at the top portion. That's going to be your backdrop for your card. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to place these on top of here with about 1/4 of a border or 1/8 of a border around it, just to give a little bit of that background showing, so that each of your decorative pieces of paper have a little bit of a frame around them. Gives it a little bit of a pop, I find. And we're just going to continue to decorate. Just add these pieces to our back. And you got 4 of these. And again, I'm just, again, gluing them on with just a little bit of a border. That's all, just a little bit. All right. Okay. And see, the wet glue gives me, again, I can slide it into place a little bit. Depending on the glue, and this glues really fast. It'll adhere really quickly. Okay, now let's just do a little test here. There it is. Isn't that pretty? Look at that beautiful background. Now we get to do your easel element. Okay, let's put that off to the side. What I did here is I used 2 of my stitched circles, and I think I did this is a 3 inch, and this is a 2.5 inch right there. What we're going to do is first start with your larger one, and I'm just going to use a little bit of the mango, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. There we go. Let me run this through. So we just need 1 of the larger size. Okay, let's run that through. Okay, there we are. And then what we want to do is take your smaller one, and what we're going to do is then cut 2 of these. But first, we just want one that's like this. All right. Just one. All right. And then for the secret folding part, what I've done here is I've taken another of that navy blue piece and I just fold it in half. So you see it's like a card, but I folded it in half. And what I'm going to do is put my circle die right at the top, but a little bit hanging over, because what I want to keep that fold intact. Okay, so I'm going to put it down here, and just for fun, I want to make sure I don't move this. I'm going to use a little bit of this tape here to hold it in place. This will all make sense once you see it done. Again, just a little bit up at the top. Hold it in place. We're going to run this through. And what that's going to do is that the die is not going to cut through that fold that we had. And that's exactly what we want. Okay, now let me show you. Pull this out. And I'll show you. See, what we've got here is like a little card. It opens up like a little card, and that's what we want. We want to keep that fold up there. Okay? All right, let's put this off. We're done with our die cutting machine. Let's bring back in our trimmer. And what I want to do is take one side of the circles. I'm going to line it up at the bottom here, and right in the center of that first circle is I want to do a score line right in the center. Okay, as best as possible. Just a little one like that. Okay. Then if I do this and fold it up like this, move this out of the way. Now what I need to do is take this circle, and we're just going to glue it on to this half right here. And this is going to give us that easel look. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is lay that down, lay this on top of it just like that. Now only the bottom half has got glue on it, and I'll show you why. Let the glue dry for a second, and then when we lift it up, look at that. So you've got that mechanism here. You've got this folding here, so it'll sit up. So you'll have your, and fold flat. That's fun. It's a lot of fun. So now, what I want to do is to hold this up, the easel up, we have to have a little catch here. And that's where I'm going to put the sentiment. So what I've got is this little teeny piece of paper here. And I've got my sentiments. Now these sentiments have just come out. These are the Keep It Simple Sentiment Stamps, Sunshine and Rainbows. This is wonderful because it has a whole bunch of sentiments. It's got Hello Sweet Friend, Keep the Faith, Follow Your Rainbow, Believe in Yourself, You Make the World More Colorful, and a whole bunch of others. So you don't have to think about it. You just stamp. This one I'm going to do, I think I like Missing You Lots. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And I'm going to take the Missing You Lots. I think that's fun for those people that I do miss a lot. I don't get to see every day. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick stamp on this little piece right here. And I'm using the VersaFine ink. And I'm going to go ahead and just stamp it down. I'm going to get down to the bottom because I think I might want to trim this up a bit. And just stamp it down. There you go. Isn't that cute? Missing You Lots. Okay. Now while this is drying, we'll put this off to the side. We'll let this dry. This is going to be our base for our easel. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of glue on the bottom, okay, and we're going to glue it on to that base. Just a little bit here. Okay, here you go, just like this. And then I'm going to center it in the middle of my little orange, my mango. Isn't this pretty with the navy blue and this mango color? Oh, just think it's so pretty. Okay, and then we're going to bring in our card base. I'm just going to hold it down a little bit here. And again, I will show you how we're going to close this up here in just a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and place this right in the center here, okay, of my card. So let's put a little bit of glue on the back of here. There we go. Give it a little close. And then set it in place. I sort of eyeball it a little bit. Just sort of, it's because I'm using that wet glue, I have that little bit of a wiggle room. All right, that's good. Okay, so now let's talk about how we're going to get this to close. Okay, what I have done, or what I have found works best, is you can get these little Velcro dots. They're thin, clear fasteners. And there's just 56 little circles, and they're very little, small, little Velcro dots. And they're adhesive on both sides. So let me show you. Here you go. I've got the 3 dots. They're kind of hard to see, but here is the fuzzy side. Okay. And then here is the rough side that it sticks to it. So what I'm going to do, and again, just releasing that plastic, it's sticky here. I'm going to stick that on this corner, like that, and take the second one. You'll need 3 Velcro dots, and then in this corner, and then the last one, you're going to stick it in this corner. Okay, now I'll take the rough side that sticks to it, I'm going to unstick that, stick it on top of the soft portion of it, or the velvet, or the, what do you call that? I don't know. The soft to the rough. And then I'm going to do that. Now, because I released that plastic, it's sticky on the top here. So now all I need to do is take it, close it, just like this, and then give it a little pinch, down like that. And look at that, it stays put. And then when you want to, it just lifts up as Velcro. And then it'll close shut for mailing. Opening it up, again, it sticks, and then you just put it down, just like that. Get it even. Wonderful. Isn't that great? So now we're going to go back to your sentiment. This might be a little bit dry now. Here it is. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. So I'm going to use my scissors and just cut it down. I don't need it too much. And I'm just eyeballing it. And I'm going to go ahead and just trim off the edges just a little. There we go. Now, this is fine as it is, if you wanted to, but I thought, you know what, I really want just a little bit of orange. Now, you can use a little bit of a scrap from your orange paper that you have here. We could simply put this on top of here. Great. Or let's do this. Let's take a marker. Okay. Let's take like your Copic marker here and just a scrap piece of paper. And what I'm going to do is just very gently with my marker, I'm just going to draw a line like that. And then I'm going to turn it and do a line. And turn it, and do a line, turn it, and do a line. There. Now I've got a little frame for my sentiment, which makes it pop a little bit more. Okay. And speaking of popping, what we need to do now is give it a little pop. Now this is from Keep It Simple's. They have adhesive, 6x9 adhesive sheets of adhesive. And this adhesive comes in 3 different sizes. It's a 2mm, 3mm, and 4mm. And what's fun about these, we use these for our shaker cards, which are fabulous for because they run through a die cut machine. But any excess that you have, because that whole 6x9 sheet is all adhesive, foam adhesive, use every little bit of it. I save all of my little pieces here because I'll use them for different projects as embellishments to pop up my projects. So here we got this piece right here, and it's adhesive on both sides. Right now it's got the protective cover on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off the size I want. Okay, just a little piece like this. Okay. I'm going to release the adhesive here, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the back. There we go. And then I'm going to release the adhesive here and go ahead and put this right here, just so that it holds up as a little bit of a little, I don't know, little stopper for your base. Okay, now what I want to show you is the next thing is we need to embellish or decorate this. Again, with the Wander paper and designer paper, we have some ephemera that go with it too. This is really very beautiful. The colors match beautifully. You've got these cute little tags. You've got this tricycles, whole bunches of different things. Suitcases, fun little sentiments. It's time for a getaway. Isn't that great? And these beautiful flower bunches. This is the one I'm going to use. So again, here's the ephemera that matches this whole paper pack. I love this. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up too. So I'm going to take some more of this, and I am going to go ahead and just use this whole piece. I think that'll work. And what I want to do is I'm just going to stick it off to the side here. Okay, see how that sticks so nicely? And while it's down, I'm going to go ahead and place the flower bunch right over the top of that, just so that it's inside. And then when you lift it up, there it is. And there's your card. And there is your card that folds flat, unhooks with the Velcro closures, opens up, closes, and there you go. Then all you have to do is just decorate however you want the front of it. Let me show you one that I've done that's completely done here. This is the new Ariel line of paper from Keep It Simple. Comes with the ephemera here as well. And I did a little thinking of you, did a little scene with her, and her paper comes with this beautiful water. So it's like she's underwater. And again, I just fold it down, lift up the Velcro dots, just like that, fold it over, and there you go. Life is the bubbles. So I did the front of that, life is the bubbles, so that when my recipient gets this, they'll open it up and they'll go, life is the bubbles. Oh my goodness, how does this work? Look at this. And then it sits up. And then I can display it on my shelf, on my desk. I can take it to work and show people that, look at, my friend was thinking of me. Isn't that cute? Well, I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. And really, I hope you get a chance to do these fun little easel cards, this triangle easel card. It's very easy. And I hope you show it and share it with us here at Keep It Simple on the inspiration page on Facebook. Until next time, where I'll have another card tutorial for you. It's Barry, and I'm so glad you joined me. Thank you very much. See you later.